Welcome to the 5 Dumbest Things on Wall Street, where each week I try to make business funny. I mean, funny like a clown. I amuse you. I make you laugh. I'm here to amuse you. How's that? Good, Pesci? All right. Number 5. Treehouse leaves doubts. Sorry, Treehouse, but you're sending us to the nut house with all your earnings excuses. Shares of the food maker fell almost 10% last Friday after it once again lowered full-year earnings guidance, this time blaming the mild weather for hurting its hot cereal business. Add it all up, and by our unofficial count, Treehouse has lowered its guidance 3 times, totaling 15%, while giving 7 separate excuses for screwing up. It's almost enough to drive you up a tree, isn't it? Next up, RIM's seismic silliness. Research in Motion's new CEO must be working off a different Richter scale than us, because we clearly have different interpretations of what's, quote, seismic. RIM stock buckled more than 8% on Monday on the news that Thorsten Heinz would be taking the top job at the BlackBerry maker. Heinz told investors that the change at RIM would not be seismic. Wow. RIM loses 3/4 of its value in 12 months, and its new CEO doesn't want to shake things up. No wonder why their investors are quaking in their boots. Can I get a little earthquake effect here? That's right, just like that. Okay, number 3. Martha, Martha, Martha. There is just not enough Martha Stewart to go around. On the other hand, if you ask lawyers from Macy's, they'll say there's way too much out there. Macy's sued Martha Monday over her licensing deal with JCPenney. As for Martha, she doesn't care about the overexposure. She stands to pocket $200 million in royalties from pennies. So loyalty and dilution be damned. The one and only Martha Stewart says you can have too much of a good thing. Or at least she can.
Whoever wrote these is not good. Who wrote them? Off with your head.
Sorry, Martha, I'm doing my best. All right, number 2, poor McDonald's. One would think the restaurant that serves billions of burgers could easily dish up a few lousy tweets, right? Wrong. Earlier this week, the fast food giant was forced to pull its first ever Twitter campaign after a storm of negative tweeters took over the conversation. Yep, it got pretty ugly out there. So bad it made Ronald and company look like a bunch of clowns. So bad it made the Grimace grimace. So bad it turned the Hamburglar straight. So bad... All right, I'll stop. It was bad. And the dumbest thing on Wall Street this week, Volt loses charge. GM CEO Daniel Akerson cruised over to Capitol Hill this week to defend the automaker's response to 3 Volt battery fires last June. Despite regulators speedily concluding that the Volt's battery was safe, Akerson still had to respond to baseless charges from clueless congressmen. Akerson stressed that fires only resulted when the battery was put, quote, through lab conditions that no driver would experience in the real world, end quote. Memo to Mr. Akerson, we're not talking about the real world here, we're talking about Congress. Thanks for watching the 5 Dumbest Things on Wall Street this week. We'll see you next time.